Sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
The sharing of biased and false
news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these stories simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is
There are many people in the world who really don't understand. Freedom has many difficulties, but we have never had to put a wall up to keep our people in. Freedom is indivisible. And when one man is enslaved, all are not free.
Modern war has become a struggle for men's minds as well as for their bodies. Today we face an enemy who spends enormous sums of money and manpower all over the globe in an attempt to subvert the thinking of the people of the free world, to confuse, divide, and ultimately to subjugate.
It is a contest unlike any we have ever faced in our history as a nation.
Contest for the minds and hearts of people around the world, all people.
When power corrupts, poetry cleanses. We must never forget that art is not a form of propaganda. It is a form of truth.
Psychologists find that control of emotions can be gained by understanding the stimulus-response pattern. Many everyday things become associated with these primary stimuli, partly by a process called conditioning.
It's a strange, shadowy world. The doctored photograph, the misquotation, the insinuation, and the lie.
I think of fire in connection with emotion. Cause, effect.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
So we have to work together. You'll have to help.
We'll light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world.
Yes, in modern warfare, our military leaders are finding that words and ideas are highly effective weapons.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blount County Breakdown, and we are live again on Facebook and YouTube and Rumble all at the same time. Thank God, that's all I can say about that. How is everybody?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Pretty good.
All right. I'm just checking everything. If Robert, you don't care since you got many screens.
Yeah,
see
I'm
what
not
we're doing out there. Make sure we're all in the right places. So far, so good. I got YouTube too, so
good on Facebook.
So, how was everybody's week?
It's been good. Easter was great.
Easter was great. Yeah, Crystal.
Oh, pretty busy. Always busy with the kids.
Always busy. Football. We heard football, right?
Yeah. Flag football league. It's got started for us. So that's been fun.
Yeah. Jason.
Kids and babies shaking hands.
That's cool, man. Is that stuff that stuff, those reels we did and all that, it seems like it's going pretty good. They're bouncing all around. I see it.
Yeah.
Robert?
That was very good.
Very good. Sweet. Robert?
Business as usual for me.
As usual. So I made it out to Austin Penton and Sam Kids, like they're I guess a debate, maybe the right way to say it.
That kind of the forum, it seemed like. Yeah, Austin called it a panel.
Okay, there you go, panel. It was good. I stayed for almost 50 minutes, and then I was going to head over to the other one, but I got caught up in all the traffic. So I never made it that way.
Yeah, happened to us all.
Can't even make it to events for the traffic.
Also, we got Christina, right? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, Christina Delaney. Yep.
All right.
Hello.
She has a message she wants to get out, and we're going to let her do that. And then we have a show that we're going to do with her on Candid Conversation. I think it's the 15th, right?
Sounds right. Yeah, I don't have it in front of me, but it sounds right. Yeah, I'm sure you're right.
All right. Why don't you tell us what's going on in Townsend?
Okay. Hi, I'm Christina Delaney. I'm running for District 8B, and that includes Townsend, and that's what I'm talking about today. So I've been in Townsend for about 6 years. This time I lived here before another time, but about 6 years. When I moved in, I just sort of started to notice things were different than they had been the first time I lived there. So I started going to the city meetings and have been going for 6 years since then. So I've learned a lot. I'm now on the Planning Commission, and I did the CPAC, which was the 10-year plan. We've been working on that. Now, we started that 3 years ago, and they started looking for consultants back then. And it was a really weird situation because every month we kept coming in and they kept saying, there's no consultants bidding, there's no consultants bidding, there's no consultants bidding. And I just thought that was so strange. So I went on LinkedIn and was able to find 2 consultants in a half hour that were willing. Actually, they came from Colorado and they came all the way to Townsend, both of them. And they both bid on the project. And then we hired one. So for whatever reason in Townsend, they decided that they didn't want them to handle the whole project. They wanted them to handle only everything but the ordinances, and they wanted to leave that to East Tennessee Development District, which I assume you guys are familiar with. No?
No. Robert?
Okay.
No.
It's the group that helps with the municipalities, and so they send a person in, and they sit in with our planning, and they're like our city planner.
Okay. And what's it called again?
East Tennessee Development District. That's a big name in planning. That's a big name around here. So yeah, so they wanted to handle the ordinances and scrub all the ordinances and that kind of thing. So we went ahead and we did our community plan, and we got the community together. We did the surveys, we did all the community events, and the consultants were from Colorado, so they had no idea that Townsend or this area, Blount County in general, how people feel about this area. It's very strong, as you know. And so it blew the charts off anything they'd ever seen about, how many people participated and how many people were all in line on what they wanted. And so it was like, 67%, or let's see, maybe that's Blount County. 841 people filled out the survey. 27% of the city responded, and they said that's extraordinary participation. 67 said growth is already happening too fast. And so there was a whole lot of other things too, but it was very clear what the community wanted. So we did all of that piece, and then we kind of put that aside, and then we went and started working on the ordinances. And at a certain point, they just it was at East Tennessee Development District. They were scrubbing the documents, and every month, kind of like at the beginning where we didn't have any consultants, it's like, well, they're not done yet. Well, they're not done yet. Well, they're not done yet. So every month it was sort of the same thing, and just seemed like it just seemed stalled, to be honest with you. And so then I started to look into the Blount County plan, and I knew that it had started around the same time. And strangely enough, it sort of was running the same course. It also was taking way longer than it should. And also, I thought it was way, had been done a year or so ago, but it had, I don't know if it's still in process or if it's finally passed. I think it's still in process. So it just seemed odd to me that they both were kind of running the same timelines, for one thing. And then I ended up having to call East Tennessee Development District about something. And I talked to our planner, and he said, well, how's CPAC coming, which is the town plan? And I said, well, they keep saying they're waiting on you. And he said, they are not waiting on me. I've been done for 5 months. It's been sitting on my desk for 5 months. So that's interesting, right? So now we have a new city manager. We didn't have one before. And he's come in and he went down to East Tennessee Development District. And, apparently we have a new planner now and things like that. And he brought back the plan. And then he sent it to the group to review, giving us, I don't know, it was 5 days, 7 days. They said 5 days, but I think it was 7 days. And when I came in, there was inaccuracies. There was somebody had said there was misspellings, some inaccuracies. What I had picked up on was the language. The language looks like it's been written by a tourist. Some of it looks like it's been written by a tourist group. And East Tennessee Development District does work pretty closely with Blount Partnership, I believe. And so that's concerning to me. And I tried to speak up about that, and was shut down almost immediately. And it was voted on that night with even with inaccuracies and everything. The CPAC, it almost seemed, well, anyways, it was voted on, and I'm the only one that did not vote for it. And I'm the one that started it. I was one at the very beginning. So it kind of breaks my heart that I wasn't able to vote for it. But in the meantime, when all this stall stuff was going on, all this infrastructure was coming in. And so they put, I don't know, almost $600,000 to $700,000 down there at Pell City Parkway in grants and things like that. So they're opening up that parkway. Then they brought in the water line. They say it's a backup water line, but in truth, it was hooked up to a grid. And we have about 5,000 people in this area using the water now, and it's been built for like 22,000. And it's got a lot of bells and whistles, we'll just say. And so that's really not been said. That's not been said at all in the plan before we were starting the plan, or so really I kind of think the plan almost needs to go back to square one and say what's really going on. But it's here now, and I'm afraid that Thursday night when we go to the planning commission, I'm afraid that it's just going to get pushed through like it did on the CPAC. And it does need some tweaking. It does need people to go through it. We do need to start to consider what actually is coming. Now we got people saying, which they never were before, oh, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. We don't know what's coming. No one knows what's coming. What's coming? Please tell us. So that's kind of my concern, is that Thursday night that we're going to come in and just pass this plan. And it's got language like, let me see right here. Vibrant gateway community is kind of where it starts. And
so are you asking people in your community to show up?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, that's the story. And I would really like people to come in and just say they don't want this pushed through. We spent $100,000 on this plan. And the mayor has said for years and years, this is what we need. This is what we need. And then when the plan's done, it barely was looked at. It was just, they've added a lot of things, all the ordinances and things. And so I don't think it should be passed in one night. And that's my concern. And maybe they're not going to. Maybe I'm off track on that. But that's what happened in the first meeting. And so I'm a little bit worried if we don't show up and say we want them to go through it with, put some effort into going through it.
And then you have a digital flyer out there, right?
Yes,
on
I do.
Facebook. I think I saw it anyway.
Yes.
I don't have it pulled up, but
yeah.
I know that I've shared it. You know what I mean? So
anyway. Yeah, you share things.
So tell us the date and time.
Thursday at 6:00 at Townsend City Hall.
Thursday, 6:00, Townsend City Hall. As many people as you can get up there to find out what's going on. Yep.
Yeah, we just want to know what is going on. What are we really planning for? And is this document sufficient to plan for what's coming? And we also, one of the major things that I didn't like was that the surveys were so pointed towards preservation and things like that. And then with this other language that got put into it, it sounds more like, we're the vibrant gateway destination, and we're the big tourist area and this kind of thing. And I just didn't think that was proper compared to, if you ask people to come out and speak their voice, then your document should have that voice.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
You're going to be there?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. All right. We'll let everybody know that Christina Delaney wants everybody to show up at Townsend. Where's it going to be again?
The Townsend City Hall, Thursday, 6 o'clock.
City Hall, Thursday, 6 o'clock.
All right.
All right, Christina. Thanks
so much. Okay, bye.
You're welcome.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. That's a lot of information. It was like a little miniature infomercial, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
On all things Townsend there. So if you're concerned about what's going on in Townsend, based on what she just told you, and you may have to rewind it and go back over it again just to kind of understand everything. She said a lot real fast there. So
she knows
tomorrow
a lot.
at 6 o'clock.
She's been paying attention in Townsend.
I got a feeling she's going to be disappointed, though, come Thursday.
Uh-oh, why's that?
They want to develop it. They want to develop it all.
Oh, yeah. I think she pretty well knows that. Like she was just saying, they're probably just going to push it on through, like they do with everything else, and just the same way that it's worked its way up to that level already. Did she talk about that in her candid conversation?
Not we don't do that till the 15th.
That's right.
Yeah, we did our practice to make sure all the audio and all that's that, because she's up in Townsend, and for the first 10 minutes or so, it was funny because we would watch her connect and disconnect. Remember?
Yeah,
because she wanted to be where she wanted to be, and her technology was not working with her. It was saying only this one spot, so we were like, it's just a practice anyway. Maybe you can have it together by the 15th. And it looks like I think she was where she wanted to be this afternoon. So anyway, so how is everybody? I know there's a lot of things going on in Blount County at the moment in there. Always, man. Always something. I know that we had a car show at Heritage this weekend. I took some pictures of that because I wanted to show people that we do have a lot of pretty things that our area brings. And it was cool, man, to walk up on that bank and look across and see all those cars and the mountains in the background. And then it's just like, so yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Is it a pretty good turnout?
Yeah,
I
thought so.
I couldn't make it.
It's the best thing about it was no politics.
Right.
I got to walk around. I might, if I pull up some pictures here after a while. So, because I'm a sucker for the old cars. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of newer Mustangs out there, that kind of thing. Nice street rods, but when you get into them old 50s and 60s, that kind of thing, the old hot rods, I really like them. Old Vets, that kind of stuff. So, guy had an old, it's an old 50 models Apache pickup truck. It was amazing. It was beautiful. So, but yeah, it was just it was a good break and everything that was going on. And then it was beautiful to boot, So,
was that a Cars and Coffee, or what was that?
Well, it said it was the 4th annual. So, shame on me for not being at the other 3, but I never did. But because I just live so close to it now, it was just down the road, and they had vendors there for food and music playing the whole time. And eventually they picked winners for whatever categories that they had going. They had a group of guys there with their old tractors. I love them old tractors too, So, but it was definitely cool. It was a nice break from all the crap that we see goes on a daily basis, So,
right on.
Yeah. That's why I was saying you had football this weekend, right? So,
Yeah,
and then we had Easter
night.
Too. Oh yeah, that's right.
Easter was good. Kids had a lot of fun, and football last night. We didn't win, but I think my son has fallen in love with football, so that's pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So I got the Kevin McNeil hypothetical thing that we're going to talk about here after a while. I didn't know if you wanted to go into all things Blount County, and then I used AI to come up with some pretty cool back and forth, so hopefully this works out pretty cool because that was pretty interesting. So, but I didn't know if we wanted to get all the particulars out of the way real quick and before we got into all that other good stuff.
Whatever you want to do, buddy.
What do you want to do?
I was pulling up stuff. That way when we did get into it, there's a couple things screen share.
So, hey, let me show this. Guys, check this out. Watch this. It's about 2.5 minutes, but I think everybody's going to like it. Right here. Watch. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of the host, producers, or any affiliated organization. This podcast may include sensitive discussion related to topics such as child protection, abuse, and criminal behavior. The content is intended for informational, educational, and awareness purposes only, does not constitute legal, medical, or professional advice. Any reference to individuals, cases, or events are based on personal perspective, professional experience, or publicly available information and should not be interpreted as statements of fact regarding any specific person or situation. The host, speakers, and producers disclaim any liability for actions taken by listeners based on the content of this podcast. Listeners are encouraged to seek qualified professional guidance for their specific circumstances. Listeners' discretion is advised. All individuals are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Very nice.
That's a good one. I like it.
I like it.
It's not done playing. I don't know why it stopped.
Oh.
It's got 7 more seconds. But that's the gist of it anyway. So, I know that we've had some arrests going on, and we understand that arrests are not convictions. They're not those type of things, but they are arrests nonetheless. And we know that Cody Weeder, if I'm saying his name is correctly, was again brought back into the limelight last week with his rearrest for being, oh gosh, what was the charge?
Violation of sex offender registry.
Okay, yeah, and then was it today or yesterday? This new one that we have.
It was on the 4th, I believe, 3 days ago.
No, the violation or the child thing.
Oh yeah, I think Crystal's got that. Wasn't it Donald Clark?
Donald Jeff Clark. He goes by Jeff Clark, but not to be confused with any other Jeff Clarks. Donald Jeffrey Clark was arrested, on the 6th. I think it said it was around 4 p.m. or so, but he's already bailed out on a $25,000 bail for a $250,000 bond. I've got screen shares if y'all want to see them or get into that or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to take it.
Yeah. I mean, we played the disclaimer there, so and it's all public record. So yeah, let's do it.
So,
innocent until proven guilty, everybody.
You have access to that.
See, charged.
And that's the last 7 seconds where it says you're all innocent till proven guilty. So wasn't that cool? Someone did that for us,
Yes.
Made that. So yes.
Good one.
Yeah, I do like that.
Do you have access to the share? Because I had you set up that way, I thought.
I do. Yeah. Let me make sure I'm sharing the proper things here.
Yeah, shout out to that person for that. We do appreciate that.
Yeah.
We have no problem trying to learn. Oh, and then, by the way, today's episode is episode 3, brought to you by Felons and Friends.
I'm not a felon.
That's funny though, that somebody out there would, be like that. You know what I mean? Just by the way,
It
that's another
is.
thing. We're not affiliated with anybody except ourselves. I mean, we're all friends, but I mean, I'm not a part of any group.
We're all
Yeah.
felons.
So we're ready when you're ready, Crystal, because I'll fill the air up here,
All
so it
right.
doesn't look
So,
dead space.
Yeah, it's really funny when they're giving me a hard time about uh, my background while telling me I shouldn't be sharing somebody else's background. Blows my mind, dude.
Well, it's not the grammar police.
No,
So
I have to deal with them.
yeah, Jason's got that. So I got my one and only friend Jacob, and wait, it's I'm his one and only friend. That's what it is.
Yeah.
My bad, but he always finds his way to me. So when we see him, oh look there he is. I expect royalties from using my title. How you doing, Jacob Weatherly? How you doing there, Pedro? So all right, let's go.
is the screen sharing?
Yeah, we can
Yep.
see. Do you want me? You want us out of the way?
Yeah, sure.
How's
So I
this?
was just gonna pull
There
up.
we
I
go.
can't see it. I just have the screen I'm sharing.
Really?
Yeah, I barely know how to figure this stuff out, guys. So
You're doing fine.
thanks. We got Donald Clark. I guess he goes by Jeff Clark. He was he had indictments brought on him by the Blount County grand jury. Now, somebody was asking in a comment section somewhere, because this story is just blown up on the news media outlets and on our Justice for the Children group. But somebody was asking which judge signed the indictment. Well, I looked into that, and there's a Bob Sullivan, who is the foreman of the Blount County grand jury. So I think that's who probably signed the indictment. And so he's being charged with what was it? Sexual battery on a minor by an authority figure, and also continuous sexual abuse of a child. It shows here his bond amounts for that. He made bail, so he paid $25,000 in less than 24 hours to get out this morning.
Wow.
Notable things about this guy. He was, hopefully won't be anymore. He was actively involved in the Maryville Church of Christ ministries, working alongside the youth. Had pretty open access to children for a number of years. And let's see, it's frustrating because I just barely know how to operate the screen share and stuff. I've got other things to screen share, but I'm not sure if I can figure out how. So let me see here.
Okay, hang on. Let me put us back so it's not just Brian. Look, all right. Okay. But you like how I did that, because at one time, every time someone would disconnect, it would show Crystal. She would pop up, bloom, on the screen all by herself. And then she would make this amazing face like,
Ah.
So, but anyway, what's his name again? Even if you can't bring the pictures up, it's disgusting.
His name is Donald Jeffrey Clark, and has gone by Jeff Clark, and worked with youth at that particular church for a number of years. It's also been brought up, there's been members of the community pointing out that he's also been very actively involved in a cadet program. I believe it may have been, what was the name of that? Please forgive me. It's been a whole lot of information I've been trying to cram into my head all at once today. Civil Air Patrol cadet program, where he's had access to youth for a number of years. I've got I'll have to screen share the entire screen to get to the photos I have that have been redacted. They've been properly redacted so as to not implicate anyone else or for safety matters and for privacy and stuff. I have names redacted except for
Right.
Jeff Clark.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start the whole screen share, I guess. Let me
Okay.
see. Entire
Okay.
screen. And if I can't get it right, I'm sorry. Maybe it's... here we go. Okay, so I've got... I've got this. So, I showed that he was listed. He's not listed anymore under the Maryville Church of Christ, but there's been another member or someone who's familiar with the Church of Christ in Maryville posted this. She says, "It's not time for fellow Christian brothers and sisters at this church to stay silent. Jeff's victim was a minor, a young teenager, a kid. I knew 26 years ago that he was way off." And if you want to read that, I don't feel comfortable reading that, but
it doesn't. It's pulling up your files.
Oh dear.
Yeah. You're all right. No, it's and so I went to share it and then popped it back off.
Oh, I don't know how to do this.
That's okay. Just read it. If
okay,
you don't have to read it all,
I'll read the pertinent stuff. Basically, she says, or they said, "I knew 26 years ago he was way off." Just the behavior that the person had witnessed. Basically, they're saying if you ever saw something at this church, now is the time to speak out. They said we have to speak out against this and ensure that it never happens again, and also ensure that this sick pedophile spends the rest of his life in prison. Our church's youth needs to be advocated for, point blank, period. So, I mean, I'm glad that someone from the church is speaking up right off the bat.
Right.
Hopefully we won't have another situation in Blount County where things are getting shuffled around and covered up and left to be forgotten and that sort of stuff like we've seen in the past. Let me see. I've got other slides, but I'm not sure that they're relevant if I can't show them. I'm sorry. I thought I had it figured out. I spent so much time redacting today.
And it's fine too, Crystal, because like I said, what's more important is the fact that his face is up there and all that stuff. And then you can tell the story. We don't need to see the exact file. And that way you don't have to worry about what doesn't get seen or not. You know what I mean? So,
well, I'm going to pull his mug back up. And I mean, he
go.
was, let's see if I got it right. Hopefully I got it right. Nope, that's not right.
Bring back the wood chipper food.
But yeah, so I mean, there's plenty of publicly available stuff. I think some of it's been scrubbed. You can't really find it all. But there were other people that had remembered their personal experience of this person. Dang, I wish I could pull this up. But basically, I believe he was retired U.S. Air Force, and just around bukus of children that were doing these training cadet programs. So, if you or somebody your loved one or someone has been involved or been around this man, this Jeff Clark guy, and you've seen something or something has happened to you, please reach out to the proper authorities. And they need to be made aware of it because he's out loose right now on these charges. And I read that he has to go to court on April the 13th at 9 a.m. in the Blount County Circuit Court. So I guess would they consider that the arraignment, or is that an arraignment?
Probably, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
So that's when he's due to check back in. I couldn't find any information on conditions.
Yeah. I was going to say that was going to ask if that might be, because it makes me wonder if let's just talk about it for a minute. If a guy like that, he got out, he obviously had the money to be able to bond out. I wonder if they gave if he's got an ankle monitor on.
Ankle monitor, pretrial release,
I
I
should
don't know.
hope.
I
any
mean,
special
My goodness.
conditions.
I mean, I wonder if those are, it being that it's a child, right? I mean, it's a
Yeah,
minor. So, I
it's a
mean,
minor.
um, is, because it's not, violent. Is that what makes the difference there?
I think
Or,
it's considered violent.
okay.
It was continued abuse on a child and battery. So I don't know. I couldn't
Battery's
find
fine.
any terms or conditions
Okay.
to do with his bail, but I did read that um, certain, I guess, higher bond cases like this, there will be bail or bond conditions. So
Right.
it's just not been listed anywhere that I can see. So if anybody comes up with that detail, that might be interesting to know.
It
So
would
yeah.
be, because I'm not, so I've never, that's just messed up. So I don't know how that would work on that side of the law. You know what I mean? As far as, because to bond out, I can tell you, to bond out, there's restrictions for everything. So you're not walking out unless they know what they got going on, unless you have some high profile attorney, or you're wealthy, that type of thing. But just the average guy, blue collar guy or gal, um, and even in little situations, are walking out with bond restrictions. So it would be interesting to know if that was going on or not. So, but sad, you know what I mean? The fact that, this is what, um, just seems like there's too many, right? Yeah, I
Too
mean,
many, way too
yeah,
Somebody
many.
said
I
they're
mean,
practically falling out of trees around here.
One
it,
too many.
it's
Right.
weird though. They just seem to be in this county all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Or close to it, or close knit, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just
It
sad.
is wild, man. Yeah, there's a huge problem in Blount County with child SA right now. It seems like once a week there's a new charge out there.
For
Yeah.
somebody, and it seems like it's somebody that's in a position where they're around children. So,
What's really funny is, we seen, let's see, BCSO. Uh, they put out a post on him, and I think maybe WATE did. Uh, and it's funnier because these higher profile ones, like, only reason I'm saying high profile with him is because his involvement in church, the cadets, and coming up with 25 grand in a couple
right,
hours. That's not
right.
something that we all can do,
No,
you know.
yeah,
Not
Uh,
many people at all, I wouldn't guess. Good grief.
but you can tell a difference between the ones, because the higher profile ones, you may hear something once, and then we probably won't see any other reports on it at all. We might see something the day he goes to court, but
Hmm.
for these other ones, like that young kid last week, dude, I seen several posts, like all the news channels, the Daily Times, the
oh yeah,
BCSO. There's a difference in reporting with all that.
There is. And something I noticed now that you mentioned that I think it was a 24-year-old out of Oak Ridge that was arrested in Blount County. One of the news stations reported it as whatever he was doing, it was a charge because of his involvement with a quote, underage woman.
huh?
Yeah,
And I
underage
call
woman
it what
instead
it
of
is. That's
child.
called a child. That's a minor. Underage
Yeah,
woman is just a way to normalize.
that's what they're trying to do. That's
So
what they're
that's
trying to do. The same thing
word
they
salad.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
same thing they done with our kids in the school. With you can be any gender you want.
Mm.
Basically the same thing. They're trying to normalize it, get everybody comfortable hearing that term that way, and then pretty soon especially as new generations come along, new generations don't know minor, don't know child, they know underage boy, underage girl.
Right.
Pregnant person.
Pregnant person.
And one of those people that get pregnant.
Right, Jason? What?
That guy, is he from here? Is
Yeah.
he local?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in Louisville. They had his address as Apple Tree Way in Louisville or something. So
Yeah, I saw
if you
that
live
too.
out at Apple Tree Way, watch out for your kids, evidently.
Yeah, watch out.
I mean,
Oh man,
allegedly or whatever.
Crazy.
That is crazy. So maybe we ought to move on from this and
Let's please.
spin it into something else. What do you think?
There's plenty of something else's.
Do you want to do your something else, or you want us to do our something else? Do you have something else? Look at him.
I got something else.
All right.
I've always got something else, man. You already know that by now. Oh, let's do. And I know I'm going to catch flack over this, but I already have. I don't care. Let me figure out which.
So it says.
Actually, it wasn't bad. It's only just a few people, but I mean, it's what I'm fixing to show is public knowledge, publicly accessible information.
Publicly accessible information. I mean, you'd have to be looking for it though to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which way most of it is, they just don't give it to you. They just they don't send you a text or email with it. Hey, this is what's going on today.
Let's see. William Goen says when the pervert Dalton was released without justice, the perverts will be emboldened. If I could pronounce that correctly, emboldened. And then Jacob said that he missed us all at the ETC forum. It was very informative.
I could not. I was out in Knoxville. I didn't get home till later. I don't think I could have made it even if I got here in time for the traffic. I'd have to drive all the way across town.
Yeah, it was traffic.
Already ended by the time he got through the traffic.
Okay, is that you right here?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, all right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, everybody has bad days, and Mr. Earl McMahon had one too.
Everybody has bad days. That's what I said. When I seen it, and I was like, I got no judgment, man. I mean, everybody has a bad evening or whatever. I just, yeah,
absolutely. It's just more public information on the commission. I reckon he's a current teacher, maybe.
Huh.
So, I ain't saying nothing bad about it. Just, a person like this, better choices should be made. At least that's what I've been told when I made bad choices. You made the wrong choice.
Right.
And then let's see on up here. We just go through all my crap. These were his conditions getting out. Got to have a lockbox on the ignition in the vehicle. No alcohol. Yeah, it seems like with the... I don't know. I think it's at their discretion whether they charge him with the possession of handgun while under the influence.
Now,
I mean, that's obviously one of the charges, whether they keep that or not.
And see, I didn't understand that, which is why I asked that question. Was if he had a legal firearm, how could that be used against him? And I think I was informed that because he was under the influence, then they can make that charge. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
which I was not aware
Yeah,
of. I was.
it's a code or a statute that, yeah, if you're in possession of gun while intoxicated, that is no bueno.
That's right. I just want to make sure that, if I'm drunk, I'll have my squirt gun with me because I don't want that to be
Right.
in charge too, So
Right. And I'm sure it's still a thing now, but I know back in the day, if you had a police scanner,
right, yeah,
and you got caught doing something wrong, they could charge you with having a police scanner in the commission of a felony or whatever.
Oh wow, yeah, I do.
So there's lots of things that you can't be doing while you're already breaking the law.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just adds on to it. So if you're already intoxicated, there's a whole handful of things that you can't be doing while you're intoxicated, or you're being in more trouble.
So I wonder if he got a pre-trial probation, because if that would have been pre-trial, that meant he would have had to go see the two gentlemen down there at the probation office, and he would have had to pee, and then that would then, and if he had alcohol in the system, they could have violated him for that, or been nice to him or whatever.
The number 4, defendant shall stay in pretrial residency. Defendant shall be supervised by Blount County pretrial release. That box is not checked?
No shit.
Nope, it is not.
So he gets a DUI. I wonder why. That is wild.
I don't know. Who knows, man? He may be having a bad day and decided to unwind, and then, screw it, I ain't calling an Uber, and just bad choices.
I don't know. Oh, look, there we are. What is pre-trial release? Did he have to wear a monitor? Yeah, look at that. Those are great questions. You want to know why? Because I know people that didn't do anything like that and had to wear a monitor and go to pre-trial probation, had to pee, and so just didn't make any sense that some of these. How would you say it? There's a statement, something about thee and not for me or whatever.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
my neighbor come over here this morning and said that his daughter's daddy's daddy, whatever that's called. He just got arrested for DUI this weekend, and he asked me, how can he get the same deal?
He wants
right.
And I said, you'll have to go to I guess you'll have to go to the courts on that one.
Or did you tell him to vote for Jason Payne? That's what you should have said. Vote for Jason Payne.
I think that's no. He's gonna do that anyway.
Okay. Man.
So yeah, just for a first offense DUI in Blount County, it's a misdemeanor with mandatory penalties: 48 hours at minimum to 11 months, 29 days in jail, $350 to $1,500 in fines. Oh, and 1 year license revocation. Mandatory alcohol safety school, and a restricted license and an ignition interlock device.
All money.
He's going to get a ride to the commission meetings.
Oh, Lord. That's a good one.
Oh, man. Oh,
there might be somebody to live by.
Well, it might be. You're right. Somebody, for sure.
Let's see what it says about... Oh, yeah, that's what Daryl G. Monday was talking about. So DUI with a pistol typically leads to a Class A misdemeanor for the DUI, and a separate Class A misdemeanor for possession of a handgun. So maybe it enhances the severity of a DUI.
Right. Yeah, again, it just, that's why I asked the question that I did, because I didn't know how that could happen. But if it's already Oh God, these are these things that we can get into that some people don't like, some people do like. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, everybody's got an opinion.
yeah, everybody's got an opinion. So and just I don't know, unfortunate. Like I said, I pass no judgment. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
hate
no.
that happened to the guy. I really do. I'm sure he's wishing it didn't happen that way. And the way Ubers and everything are nowadays, it's a whole hell of a lot cheaper to do that than it
Oh
is
yeah.
to try to make it home and
Yeah.
fall and fall into that. So
And I've heard from a bunch of people that he's a good dude. He used to be a really good ball coach. A lot of people know him for that.
right.
Before me and a couple of buddies of mine started playing football in high school, uh, on the varsity team, he had just had a team go to state on that. So
Huh.
he was a good ball coach for sure. And I didn't see no petitions with his name on it, so I don't reckon he's running for re-election anyway.
No, yeah. I think I heard somebody say on one of the social media sites that he wasn't running for re-election. So, and again, I don't think any of us are here to bash him. We're just trying to show,
No.
if you maybe just any regular old person out there might not get the same opportunity to leave the jail the way that he did, and so I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's why I should run for commissioner.
Right? You'd probably be a good one, dude.
So all right, you got anything else?
I'll pass the torch to Jason or Crystal for a minute. We'll just keep circling around like a doobie.
What about me?
You? Yeah, you're next.
Yeah, there we go.
You're
All right.
next.
So I want to share.
Oh,
well, Jason's all wrapped up in his sucker. Yeah, I sent him a text, man, trying to get him to read it, and he didn't follow. What was you saying? I sent you a text. Yeah. Look.
Almost started smiling a minute ago because I read it.
The funny thing is Crystal's telling her story, about what's going on, all seriousness, and Jason's over there. Need I say more? So anyway, look.
I feel like what I usually feel like when I put a post on Facebook.
Oh no. No one wants you. Have to apologize. It's not a grammar thing.
Right. All right. Hang on.
Okay. All right. Oh, so here we go. You ready?
Here we go.
All right. So a couple days ago, Kevin J. McNeil, he put this what would you guys call it? A brain teaser? It's a hypothetical. It's it's a brain teaser. I liked it. I really did.
Brain teaser. Something for fun.
Definitely don't read it before you've had coffee.
That's what I was going to say. Me and Crystal are talking about it, and Robert chimes in and goes, "You realize it's not real?" And we're like, "Yeah, we know, but we're carrying on with it." And he's like, "No, I don't think you understand. You realize it's not real?" We're like, "We don't care. We know it's not." So we're just going to go with it anyway. But I'm going to read it real quick because we were going to talk about it. It's a hypothetical. Let's hypothetically talk about it. It says, I was asked an interesting question today about attracting an artificial intelligent company to set up shop in Pellissippi Place Technology Park. Odd place for it to be the location, right? You know what I mean? And it says, here's my report. This is a hypothetical question. Hypothetical question, right, Robert? Hypothetical. Yeah, he says, I know of no effort to attract such a large data center because it attracted, I think, a pretty good, I don't remember exactly how many comments it was, but I liked it. It was pretty good. So it says this report analyzes the infrastructure and labor capacity of Blount County and the Pellissippi Place Technology Park regarding a proposal, hyperscale, artificial intelligence data centers. Say that shit real quick. While the region offers significant technological advantages, the project requires specific considerations regarding utility scaling, workforce sourcing, and local infrastructure impact. Site and infrastructure analysis, and this is again hypothetical, just made up think tank, whatever. Pellissippi Place is a certified shovel-ready site providing high-end utility access and superior fiber optic connectivity. The park is integrated into a global technology corridor with the proximity to world-class research institutions. This ensures the low latency and high bandwidth necessary for AI data processing. And did he do that to see if these guys that graduated from Heritage could say such big words in one complete sentence at the same time, right?
Maybe.
Or paragraph. Let me get this right. So, however, significant hurdles exist regarding power and cooling. Current site infrastructure support light industrial loads of approximately 10 to 50 megawatts, and an AI facility in 26 requires hundreds of megawatts to a gigawatt of power, necessitating a dedicated high voltage substation. Furthermore, the cooling requirements for AI processors exceed standard industrial water capacity. The existing 12-inch water mains would require substantial expansion to support liquid cooling at a scale. Then it goes into zoning and LEED compliance. A significant factor for this site is its commitment to LEED certification, which stands for Leadership in Energy Environmental Design. LEED is a globally recognized green building rating system that provides a framework for healthy, highly efficient, and cost-saving green buildings. It evaluates factors such as energy use, water efficiency, CO2 emissions reductions, and indoor environmental qualities. Geez. Because Pellissippi Place requires buildings to meet these strict environmental standards, a proposed data center would be forced to implement extremely efficient power and cool technologies. While this aligns with modern corporate sustainability goals, the industrial profile of a massive data center facility may still conflict with the mixed use aesthetic and community development goals of the park. Does he talk like this when people talk to them? I mean, is he that intellectual when he talks? I mean, it says workforce and labor caution. The project would generate approximately 2,500 to 5,000 construction jobs, followed by a low opportunity for just 150 to 300 permanent operational roles, while Blount County maintains a strong industrial labor base and excellent educational pipelines throughout Pellissippi State Community College. A significant caution is noted regarding specialized talent. What's that mean? I mean, I know what it means. I just wanted to play stupid, like I didn't know what that meant, right? Because we're smart enough to have this type of job, right? No?
I would hope so.
I mean, we're only Felon and Friends, so who knows, right?
I mean, dang, you can train a monkey to do stuff, you know what I mean?
So the highly specialized experience required for hyperscale AI systems, including high-performance computing and liquid cooling engineering, is not currently concentrated within Blount County. The project would likely rely heavily on commuting talent from Oak Ridge and Knoxville, or the recruitment of specialized engineers from outside Tennessee. This reliance on an external or commuting workforce may limit the direct high-wage employment impact for local residents without targeting upskilling initiatives. And then infrastructure and traffic costs. Of course, we all know what that's going to do. The development of a major data center campuses and the associated workforce would place significant strain on regional transportation. The greater Maryville and Alcoa area already expanding growth pressure, and a project of this magnitude would lead to a marked increase in traffic volume on the Pellissippi Parkway and surrounding arteries. During the multi-year construction phase, thousands of heavy equipment and contractor vehicle trips daily would likely lead to congestion and accelerated wear on local roads. Post-construction influx of specialized staff commuting from neighboring counties and amid the arrival of service vendors would further impact in transit time and quality of life for residents in the Alcoa and Maryville corridors. Conclusion: Blount County is a premier candidate for technology investment due to its proximity to TVA power and RNL fiber. However, the scale of the hyperscale AI data center would require massive expansion of current utilities, reevaluation of zoning and strategic plans to mitigate increased traffic and regional labor competition. And again, this is all hypothetical. And what say you guys? Because go ahead, Jace.
I got what I got out of that was nobody smart enough in Blount County to work at it.
Well, remember, it's hypothetical.
All right, and it's going to take 1.21 gigawatts to run it, and that also can time travel with the DeLorean.
So they talked about putting it in the Pellissippi Park Place thing, or whatever it was called.
Pellissippi Place Technological Park.
Yeah,
Technology Park.
Yeah, hang on, damn it! I'm trying to find my. So what I did was, April, I cheated. I got AI involved.
Oh.
I asked Gemini.
I think Kevin may use AI to write some of them articles sometimes.
Actually, I've done something I can't find. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see if it's got the whole thing. All right. Okay, so who likes it? Who doesn't like it?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Look at So I like the idea of an AI data center only because if it's in our area, then we lead in that part of the technology, right? But the location, look here, requires the flux capacitor, Abby says.
1.21 gigawatts.
That's funny. So, but I think it's in the wrong location. They're talking about the end of Park Place, Pellissippi Park Place, right there. Why don't you want something like that, April or Crystal?
Oh, well, actually, I had a friend that was advertising her business a couple months ago on Maryville Speaks Out, and she had used an AI to generate a photo. And somebody came on there and they were like, why don't you get an artist to do this for you instead of using AI? Do you realize the environmental implications that AI cooling systems and all this have to the watershed? And I was like, I've never heard of this in my life. So I don't know a whole lot of technology. I can barely operate this AI stuff. So I started looking at it, and evidently, especially as it pertains to being in such proximity to a rainforest or temperate forest or whatever, like the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, that would be catastrophic. Over time, that would degrade the ecosystem so bad. Like, I can't give you all the fancy terminology and stuff, but when we were talking about this article the other day, I started deep diving, and I was like going to have this whole hippie tree hugging argument ready. And I realized it was hypothetical. I was like, I don't have time for all this, but basically still feel the same. It's bad for the environment, and we're not in the right spot for this. I guess go put it in the desert or something if you have to put it somewhere, but definitely not Blount County.
But see, we have water, and then we have power with energy that comes from, where the dam systems are through the TVA thing. You know what I mean? So it says. So I asked it, what were the best conditions geographically for an AI data center, right? Just out of curiosity, would our region pop up? And it said the best conditions are defined by three main pillars: power availability, right? Mm-hmm. Climate-driven cooling, right? And geopolitical stability, right? Well, you would think East Tennessee would be perfect for that, right? But when you go down through here, grid capacity, geographic and climate, natural cooling, AI says that the best places are in Iowa and Ohio, USA, Quebec, Canada, Texas, and space.
Space.
I thought that was funny.
Eli be building one on Mars.
Yeah, let's go put it on the moon.
So I thought that was pretty cool. And then it talks about safety and factor risks, and it goes into, so basically in the right location, and as far as if it's not environmentally, like you said, the Great Smoky Mountains. We definitely don't need to be destroying that for
No.
AI data centers. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
in the
we're
right
talking
place.
we're talking a footprint in square footage terms of thousands to hundreds of thousands of
Square
square
feet.
foot.
So the place I was talking about, it won't work at all, will it? You know what I mean? And I was like, there's this place down like at Lower Chilhowie, that it's all desolate, you know what I mean, and all that. And Robert's like, no, and I was like, but it's got the water's right there, and then the power is just up the road. You can bring it all down there and cool everything. Remember, it's hypothetical, so don't get mad. So
Put it in Florida. They're a swamp anyways.
What's that?
I said put it in Florida. They're like a swamp down there anyways. So they got all the water.
But see, then Florida has it. I was trying to find a way where East Tennessee could have its, hands-on type. I don't know. Maybe my thinking was wrong. Kind of sinister, like, you know what I mean? So anyway, so the next question I asked it to do was to add East Tennessee as a determining factor of a good location, right? So it said power and energy, and it brought up TVA, right? Massive new capacity, reliability, and then economic incentives. Imagine all the stuff I read, and I messed that one word up, right? Talking about, basically TVA developers and access and valley insensitive programs where it would lower our energy costs because of what was going on, while further out the energy would get higher, or at least the costs. Geographic and climate, low natural disaster risks. The only thing I was thinking was like if you had one of the dams break, what would that do? Only because in my mind I thought I had the perfect location, which would probably no one would ever agree with. So, water access. It says AI centers require millions of gallons of water daily for cooling the proximity. So the Tennessee River and its tributaries providing a reliable source. That was a plus. Free cooling potential, right? Which was everything that goes against what Crystal said was tree hugging too much, and she wasn't getting into it that direction, right? Connectivity hubs, Knoxville and Oak Ridge, and being that Blount County is sort of in between them, you know what I mean? Anyway, I was really trying to make a argument that it wouldn't be a bad thing other than location, right?
Yeah.
So Robert was talking about putting it out there next to, what'd you say, the sewer treatment plant?
Out there on Pistol Creek off Wheeler Road. Perfect place for it.
But as far as perfect location for something like that, our area actually...
They could cool it with sewage.
Cool it with sewage.
Two
Exactly
birds with one stone, man. 2 birds with one stone.
So then I went one step further. I asked it to look for specific tax breaks, incentives, and stuff like that with something like that in the area, right? And it said that Tennessee offers a robust sales and use of tax exempt specifically for qualified data centers. So it made me wonder if there was something like that already out there that's been introduced that's for a potential thing later down the road, because according to this, and it is AI, so take it for what it's worth, right? It says that you can qualify for it.
With Amazon being right over here, I mean, that's definitely got the door open, because that's their kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They already have Amazon Web Services.
Yeah.
So they run some of the biggest servers in the world and web host thousands of companies' websites.
It would put a strain on the community, though, as far as...
Oh, yeah.
We're already pretty strained. I read somewhere when I was about to go on my deep dive that I think it's UT Knoxville has... they've got some kind of collaboration. It's like Tennessee Artificial Intelligence Initiative. And so I guess maybe they go about looking for potential spots for things like this. I don't really know. I didn't deep dive too far, but I did come across that the initiative that they have. So it's definitely in somebody's mind's eye to be scouting around Tennessee for something, some kind of place to put one of these eventually, I'd say.
The noise too, man. If it's anything, I know with it being water cooled, probably wouldn't be too many fans. But my
No, you're
sister
right.
lives up. My sister lives up in Cookville, out on a farm, and there's not. If you stand out there and just do a 360 and look around, there's not really nothing out there. But yet you hear the sound of like a jet plane, and it goes 24/7, and about, I'd say probably about 400 yards away from them, you can see this big metal building, and like the sides of it are just walls of fans, and it's a Bitcoin mining facility.
Wow.
And
Oh,
that thing, when I say it sounds like a jet plane, when them fans kick on, you're just like, what in the hell is that? You can hear it for a long ways, man. It is wild.
Says
And
an
I
old
guess that's
boat ramp off of Alcohol Highway at Topside they shut down, or Green Acres Flea Market. that's that's probably now. Do you remember back when they built the end of Pellissippi Park right there? Wasn't that supercomputer supposed to come? Didn't they end up going out to Oak Ridge with it? But in the beginning, when they built that, what's that?
There's one in Oak Ridge. They just started up or something.
Okay, so I think at one time it was a proposed thing, and I could be wrong, but I really thought that at one point in time that was what was supposed to go on the Blount County side. At the end of Pellissippi, there was some sort of something or another like that. You know what I mean? It seems like it was years ago. Anyway, but it ended up going back to Oak Ridge, or it ended up not happening the way that it was supposed to down there at the end. Let's see. Abby says it would have to be somewhere away from the people because they cause all kinds of pollution and harm to people.
yeah. I also asked AI to tell me the downfalls of it, and they're pretty significant. It says, for one, it says it uses the power of 280,000 households.
Wow.
Well, you know, that's why I was saying right there next to the river. You know, back in the day, they used to put a paddle out there, and as the water turned, it would turn that wheel and it would generate electricity. So couldn't they do that?
Yeah, that's going on everywhere.
All right, what's next? He's a downer. Come on with it. We want to hear it.
Pollution. It says continuous lighting disrupts birds, wildlife, and community habitats.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Physical threats include unauthorized access, social engineering attacks against staff. And I don't know where they're going with this one.
Oh my God.
Hard to work in there.
So don't
AI.
so don't work at an AI data center because
Yeah, AI went a little on the deep end on this one.
it deep dived. So yeah, anyway, I thought that was cool. I really thought his article made a lot of people think because it created a little bit of a topic, and it, you know, I thought that's probably cool. Really, you know, an AI data center in East Tennessee and right here in Blount County. And then the more we sit back and think about it, it's probably not the right thing for Blount County at all. So
the people who own that are people who own those things are people you don't want in your community. Microsoft, which Amazon's here, but I think it's a different Amazon. I bet. I mean, it's the same Amazon, but it's not. You know what I mean?
We don't want a Silicon Valley, right?
No.
I mean, that's basically what that is out there. They got them. I would say, is there an AI data center out there? Does anybody know? I didn't look it up to see if we have. Do we have one here in the United States, or is that something that's being outsourced?
Yeah, I think we've got AI data centers.
Okay.
Let's see here real quick. Something interesting I was just looking at though about the Pellissippi Place Technology Park. It was a regional collaboration. The project was backed by a partnership between Blount County, not Blount Partnership. I don't think they existed back then. but it was a partnership between Blount County, Knox County, Maryville, and Alcoa designed to create a technology village.
Okay.
It was going to be a premier location for research, development, and technical manufacturing, acting as a southern anchor for the Mississippi corridor.
Okay, so since you brought it up that way, was that a proposal, or was that something that they actually planned for?
That was the whole reason for making it, for building it. It was going to be a 450-acre mixed-use high-tech research and development park. It just doesn't say why it never took off.
So
I don't know if it fell through. They ran out of money. You know, we're talking, 20 years ago when they built that place?
Yeah, but
Longer?
it makes me wonder if they went ahead and laid the ground level for infrastructure that's like that already. Like it's already there.
Sure. Yeah, which it is.
Right.
You know, you got the I guess the higher amount of electricity, higher voltage set up for a lot of electric consumption,
right.
And the fiber internet that's already around there and everything. So yeah, it was set up to be something, you know, like that. But I just don't know why it fizzled out. There's a few other things in Blount County that's done that too, you know.
That's true. Yep, that is very true. It was a good topic, though. I thought when he did that, you know, it made for something interesting.
Oh, yeah.
To think about, you know, because even when Robert brought it up, it was hypothetical. Crystal was clear to let us know that it said proposed in that thing too. Those are fancy words. I mean, you know, those are. I mean, if we're talking word salad type things, you know what I mean. That's exactly where they get us, and you know, when they're trying to change our mind to get the opinion that they want or the direction that they want to go, they do it with words like that. You know what I mean? So what seemed like it was hypothetical all of a sudden became real, kind of like the hospital. We all thought that they were doing something different, and then it became
reality.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're just like, wait a minute, I didn't see that coming. And that's how it was.
It was suddenly different.
So yeah, like,
oh my God.
And there's an AI data center. What?
You all are not going to believe this.
Look at that.
As of early 2026, the United States hosts over 4,000 active data centers, leading the world with roughly 50% of global capacity.
Wow.
With rapid expansion driven by AI, while estimates vary based on how AI-ready facilities are defined, over 5,400 total facilities are reported, including those supporting significant AI workloads and hyperscale projects.
And it said our area was perfect for that type of thing. And now we're talking at the end of Mississippi Park place or whatever they're calling that. That didn't fall through. It makes me wonder, did Kevin make that up? Or is there really some little buzz out there that nobody knows about? You know what I mean?
He certainly wasn't given any hints, that's for sure.
I don't think he ever commented back on it, did he? Once he set the article out, I think he just, because I already shut it down. I don't have it up, but I don't think he ever commented. He doesn't normally comment. You'd have to have a really good question, I guess, and I don't think I ever have good ones because he doesn't comment on them.
Wow. So Northern Virginia is the global hub, followed by major clusters in Texas, California, and Arizona.
Huh.
Nearly 3,000 new data centers are planned or under construction just to meet new growing AI demands.
So you would think the one that would be out in Arizona would probably be powered by solar, right?
I have a quote for you about the one in Arizona. So I can't remember exactly where I found this, but it says Miten 2021 and Navarez 2022 says in areas such as Arizona, Singapore, and Taiwan, competition among industrial, municipal, and agricultural users for these AI places has already led to episodes of conflict and vulnerability to drought, which I can imagine. So in Arizona, it's very dry anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The way I see it is that if it was like in East Tennessee where it's so green and lush and there's so many plants and animals that it would be like trading all that off to cool an AI center.
So I,
Sure.
I like the idea of space.
Sure.
Yeah,
Space.
there we
This
go.
is great.
Space.
Yeah.
So
Send it out
There's
there.
plenty of it.
Allison Simmerly says we're talking about the end of Pellissippi by Jackson Hill subdivision. Yes, that exact place right there. Yeah. Can you guys see that? It's on the Facebook comments. For
Mm-hmm.
whatever
On the
reason,
live
so
chat.
you know where our live chat is? For whatever reason, the Facebook doesn't interact with the live chat, but like the YouTube does one. It does, but not Facebook. So that's why when you see me looking this way, it's because I'm looking to see what's coming up through the chat. So on
Same.
Facebook,
This is my second screen.
Oh yeah, see, I think we all do a little bit of the same. That's Rumble, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Making sure because look, I've done a show before where I talked 20 or 25 minutes and it was muted, and because there was no one else watching, I was like, all of a sudden, what's going on? And I realized I was muted, and so you can't redo that all over again. You know what I mean? And so I told him that was the most informational segment of my episode you're ever going to hear that you're never going to hear. So,
William Gowan said, "The more the merrier, guys."
yeah. That's for sure. And then he says it's owned by Knox. I don't doubt it because the airport's owned by Knox, right? It's our property. They just maintain it. So, yeah, that kind of thing. Let me see. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say I had to refresh my Facebook. The live chat wasn't populating for some reason.
Right.
I've got Rumble and Facebook up on my top monitors.
Okay, so let me. Okay. I'm gonna. I gotta minimize it. Okay. Here we go. Watch this.
Oh boy.
No, it's good. It's good. Where'd it go? Now it's just me. Hang on. This is what I wanted y'all to see. That right there.
Oh,
there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Man.
That was on the hill at Heritage High School with all those cars right there. And
that's a front parking lot at Heritage High School.
no, yes. Yep. There's another shot of it. Mostly anything. I wanted everybody to see the view. Can you see my cursor? Or you can't see my cursor. So the mountains right there, you know what I mean? There's that's the middle school, correct? When I went to school at Heritage, that wasn't there. So
yeah, no.
Yeah.
They still got the planetarium out front there.
I was gonna ask.
I don't know. But then and here we go. Look at that. Look at
nice.
See the old tractors out there? Yeah. I know, and this may seem a little corny, but look at that. That's a UT car. It's like a transformer.
Heck yeah.
If you could just stand up.
Cool.
Nice.
That is cool. Look there, yeah. Volkswagen bus and a
Shelby
Roadster. Yeah. Square body Chevrolets. Look at that.
Very nice.
That yellow one. I want to get to the Apache real quick. Look at that motor. I have to get motors more than my whole salary.
Yeah, right.
At Heritage High School.
Wow.
That's nice.
Nova, Chevy 2, love that crap. El Camino.
El Camino.
Another Nova 2.
Looky there. That's a Sam and Dean Supernatural.
Yeah, that's
car.
a hill back there. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. I mean, that's a lot of cars that were down there.
It is.
Matt Snow.
Firebird. Look at that Firebird.
He's asking, what did the money from the car show go to? I just did a quick search, and it says the funds went to the Booster Club for student activities. Hopefully to a good cause.
Well, that's cool. Right there. So if I had a favorite pick at the car show, that's it right there. That old Apache truck.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, let's see.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
So when I lived in Rockford when I was in high school, hang on one sec. Anyway, that truck was in the backyard. Not that exact one, but one just like it. And it was all beat up and rusted out. And when I was like 16 years old, I could see, man, one day I'll have that truck all restored and I'll be driving it down the road someday. You know what I mean? And then, well, that never happened because just a dumb old dream as a kid. But when I came up to that one at the Heritage High School, if I could have had that truck, that's probably would have been as close to what it would have looked like if I could have made it. You know what I mean?
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah. So,
why don't you buy one?
Like, man, you know how much money he had in that truck? I mean, that truck was, all those people out there that had them cars, that's a lot of money out there. You know what I mean? So I don't have that kind of money to put in a vehicle like that. But Jason, if I get one, I'm going to drop it off to you.
Man, I don't know if you ever go to the Cars and Coffee at Westtown Mall. Abby said Cars and Coffee, Westtown Mall, April 12th. I don't know if you've ever been to that one, but holy moly, there's, I want to say, golly, a few thousand cars out there.
Yeah.
It's unreal. They have everything from Lamborghinis and Ferraris to kit cars to four-wheel drives to little animated drift cars to stereo system cars. You name it, the type of vehicle is there.
Huh.
And it's a massive gathering. I think last year we went, there was something like 10,000 people there or something.
Huh.
It's a huge gathering. And then, you know, you got a couple hours of walking around and stuff, and then people start cruising and they start coming out on the back side of Westtown Mall where you'd go to get on the interstate, and the cops kind of block off one or two lanes and they just go ripping down through there, dude. Everybody gets out on the sidewalk and watches. It's a really good time. So early, it starts at 8 and it only goes to like 12 or something.
Huh.
But it's a good time, man, and there's always some cool cars there.
The old racetrack still running around here?
Yeah, I think both of them are going to Smoky Mountain at 411.
I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been. I need to look up for that because that would be fun to go to and get a little bit of video or some pictures and that kind of thing and try to share. I
don't know if y'all know Marshall Husky or not, but he started that Bent Penny Raceway. It's a go-kart track. He's been posting videos and stuff of that. That looks pretty cool too.
Huh. I do not.
That the racetrack down 411 towards Telco, that one shut down, didn't it? You talking about dirt track?
On Brick Mill? I don't know.
No, that's Smoky Mountain. That's still going.
Turned down by the BP?
Yeah, turned down by the BP at Smoky Mountain Raceway.
Yep, that's Brick Mill.
Yeah, that one's still going, and it did shut down for a long time. They almost done away with it altogether. Somebody ended up buying it, and yeah, they've been running.
So Kim says that she took auto body at Heritage.
There was another girl that took auto mechanics. What was her name?
That was probably back when you could smoke at Heritage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had smoking air.
Yeah, the year before I went.
Huh?
The year before I started Heritage, the year before was the last year they cut it out because people was out there smoking dope.
we would start at as soon as you walked out of the cafeteria and light it up, we were heading towards vocational, and then everybody would pass it around by the time we got down to the other doors, and because it was open, it was outside, it was gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
We thought we were smart. We were going to get caught. It's some dumb shit there.
Yeah, we used to like to walk from second wing to third wing outside.
Yeah.
That didn't last long, though, because, of course, there's 100 windows that teachers can watch you out of, and you can't see in from the outside. That maybe one or two trips of that, and they was waiting on us at the door when we got there.
So funny.
That girl, she said she took auto. She thought it was funny. I took intro to nursing my last year.
You did what?
I took intro to nursing my last year.
Intro to nursing.
Yeah. Think about it. When my friends asked me, why would you do that? I said, who's going to be in that class?
Oh,
right.
There was me and one other dude who had the same idea. And
it's like taking home economics.
Look, Kim says it's class 82 and somebody caught the dumpster on fire.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow. I graduated in 92.
You graduated in 92?
Yeah, from Heritage, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I must have. You must have been a senior right when I was a freshman.
So the funny thing was, I think it was, I thought, was that the last year? It was that year or the next year was the last year they had it at Heritage in the football field. Then they went to was it Knoxville, but I think they're back. Anyway, funny story. We're getting ready to graduate, and we're walking. I'm with David Henry. Everybody's got a partner. Do you remember David Henry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gone now, but anyway, long story short, we were walking together, and when they call your name, you step up there, and so nobody's supposed to clap or scream or holler until all the kids' names or whatever. And I can't find my family anywhere. Half of them's from Hazard, Kentucky, and they're all drinking. And so when they call my name up there, the one corner of the stadium, like uproars in this most embarrassing way you can think of, because I know they're all drunk, and they were all drunk. And so when they took my picture, shaking the ladies' hands, all I could see, I still got to this day, you can see me looking out to the crowd with this stunned look on my face, like, did they just do that to me? It's supposed to be the most important day of my life, right? And then I call David Henry, and he goes up, and the middle step breaks. Boom.
Oh.
He falls up on the stage, you know what I'm saying? So they got to hurry up and fix all that. We're just like, man, was this our day was meant to be, you know what I mean? And it was like, holy cow. But yeah, the step broke. My family acted like they're normal. And it was just one of those days at Heritage again, weird.
Boy, anyway, not to go back to them days, I'm telling you.
At Heritage back then?
Compared to now.
Yeah, probably.
Sure, maybe for a little bit. Maybe for a little bit anyway. They get in some trouble, get a paddling. That's back when they whipped your ass in school. They did not play. They took that shit as a competition. They might be taking up bets that day of who could get the most ass whooping. So any little thing you done, you was walking on eggshells. They take you outside that door and double fist that paddle, come from the backyard and lift you off the ground and laugh about it.
I graduated. I don't know if I graduated with Johnny, but I knew him. I don't know if I was a year behind him or not, but 92, if he graduated 92, then yeah, we all graduated together. Yeah, and you're right, man. They prided themselves on that whole paddling thing. You know what I mean?
And they made the paddles there.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we had wood shop and all that. I mean, we had vocational. You know what I mean? Did you not have that kind of stuff, Crystal?
Oh, we did. I was a band nerd and choir and arts, so I didn't go to the vocational building except for homeroom.
God, I would have never thought you were a band nerd.
Yeah, played my horn.
This one time in band camp. You know. That's a great movie. You can't say anything about that's a great. What's that?
Brass section, no woodwinds.
Holy cow, it's funny as hell. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have anything else. I don't know. We're just being goofy now because the article, I thought that thing was great, so I figured we'd have fun with it. And then show off a little bit of stuff about heritage. I know we talk a lot of stuff that's surreal and, you know, the information needs to be out there. We need to know who these people are that are being arrested and why they're I don't know. You would think somebody with a charge like he had would have to sit in jail till he went to court.
Normal person, if they couldn't bond out, you know, it's $2,500 for each charge.
But it's a minor child, you know. So you would think. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I was talking about a totally different one. I didn't realize it was back on him, but yeah, well,
I did that on, I guess, my fault, but still, you would think.
I would think Jeff Clark would need to stay in there a lot longer.
That's what I'm saying. You know, at least till you went to court, right?
Does he have? Did you find any previous record of him? Has he ever had any charges like that before?
I haven't seen anything. I mean, he seems to be some kind of well-known person in terms of like working with youth and stuff. But there were several people that have said, you know, I thought something seemed off with him. I wish I'd spoken up sooner, and that sort of rhetoric going around. But
because typically these guys reoffend.
Yeah, that's what is scary is that he's been around kids for like probably decades. Probably decades. Sort of like, well, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, I'm a firm believer, and I follow a ton on people on the internet, you know, pedophile hunters. I don't know if y'all know who JD DeLay is, but I firmly believe in what he says. As soon as you put the first one feet first into the wood chipper, that a lot of it's going to be cut out. They're going to stop. You know what I mean?
Funny how you put that. A lot of it would be cut out. You know, it was like once they go in there, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So Kim says that Mrs. Holden at Eagleton would fire you up, and Miss Ratledge was the paddle queen. She held the crown.
Miss Ratledge, yeah.
I've got it from her before.
Oh, God. Of course, Jason would be. He'd know that.
Young Miss Ratledge. She was a little bit of troll, she's short thing.
That's what she said. She was a short, round woman.
Mm-hmm.
And it says your feet would come off the ground. No shit. That's what it says right there. No shit.
Yeah, she could lay it on you.
Man, what do you think? How do you think that would go down in today's day and age, paddling's in school? Do you think these kids could even handle that?
No.
I don't think they could either.
Look at Crystal's, but
no.
Look at you. I mean, I guess this is a good time for you to chime up because when I was that age, don't call my mom. You just paddle me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if that phone call made it through, you was getting another one when you got home. Probably a lot worse too. Yeah,
far worse. So I don't think they have it anymore, right?
No, hell no. I'm telling you what, that put the act right in me. I don't know about y'all, but a lot of the times it made me think about what I was fixing to do and whether I was willing to take that. And there's a lot of times that I was like, I'm not doing that. my ass is still
Not
sore
worth
from the last whooping I got. Yeah.
Oh, look, and Matt Snow's right. He says vocation was for them rebel kids, Lou Eggers and Ralph Wilkerson. Oh,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Mr. Eggers, man, he was a
Ralph
good
Wilkerson,
one.
yes, sir. Randy Bird from Autobody. Yes,
Yeah.
So I had Papaw Myers. He was the building trades teacher. And we, they would make paddles. And then Abby says the parents would freak out more today than the kids. There's probably more truth there.
Yeah.
If your son came home to you, Crystal, and said he got, corporal punishment, I could just your reaction a little while ago, I could see you.
I'd be up there. I'm that mom.
I'm that mom.
They had this wooden boat oar and they beat me with it.
Wooden boat oar with holes drilled in it.
Trouble. Though. They save
duct tape around it.
Oh God, it's terrible.
We've seen some.
Oh, they went all out, man.
Yes, some very
nice.
They
had that when I was in like first grade, so I never got.
Some of the teachers had names for their board and would have like Metallica lightning bolts on it. Some of them, every time they whooped a new kid, they got to sign the board. There was all kind of little things like that, man. It was crazy.
Kim says Sampley was the Autobody teacher when she was there. I don't remember Sampley.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Matt Snow, he got a bunch of whoopings. Sure.
He just throwed you out there. Yeah, so I did too. Me and Mr. Renfro. You remember Renfro?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, we didn't get along. No, Jack Renfro. You think was he a big old guy? I don't remember being that big.
He wasn't that big. Nah. He was assistant principal.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't think anybody got along with him, dude, because he wasn't friendly at all.
No, not at all. And it's his daughter, Mrs. Jones, was the kindergarten teacher at Rockford. And at Rockford, the way it worked, if you went to school as a kindergarten, your teacher moved up to first grade with you, so you had her 2 years. She did a fantastic job with our first son. So when it was time for the second one to go, we begged, and she was like, "Well, we're not in charge of that." But it worked out in our favor anyway. He got her, and went both years. And then it was like 5 or 6 years later, I seen her up there in the stands at Heritage, and watching a basketball game. And sitting beside her was Mr. Renfro, and that was her dad. And me and him, we never got along. I hated that guy. You know what I mean? He's like enemy number one at school. And I was like, there's no way that's his daughter. There's no way it's his daughter. She did so well with our kids. You know what I mean? There's no way it's his daughter, And sure enough, it was. Right. Coach Powell was the best, Kim says. Powell, I don't know. I don't remember Powell. Was he the not the golf teacher? That was Heatherly. Powell was the tennis teacher, right?
Maybe.
No,
I don't remember.
Don't remember. Because you only had tennis and golf when I went there.
Y'all didn't have swim team?
They might have had a swim. They might have had swim team, but for gym.
Oh yeah.
Golf coach, Powell, golf coach, yep. So Heatherly was my golf coach, though. We called him Rainbow, remember?
Mm-hmm.
There's a story behind that.
There he is.
Look, here it says Matt says his first day in machine shop class, Lou called my name for attendance. He stopped and pointed at and said, "Oh gosh, I can't read. I've read so much today. You come down here, you." He wrote a book. You come down here, fucking around, and I'll put my foot in your ass.
They didn't care to tell you.
He said he would later defend me in parents' teacher conferences, though it was hilarious. Him and that laugh he had. Yeah, Robert and I got paddled daily. And then James Richards says, wait till you go to Catholic school. The nuns would slap your hands with a ruler. I'm not that old, James. So, yeah. So we got anything else? Otherwise, we're going to have to get off here because I believe we're not as entertaining as we think we are.
I have a screen share.
You got a screen share?
I do, yeah. I got
All
an
right.
updated thingy. What do you call it?
Do it.
Yeah, so we got an updated
Oh, there you go. Look at there.
Oh yeah.
So the Protect the Children Community Leadership Forum, there's our speakers. We got Dr. Melissa, Dr. Jeff, and Jerry Burns, April 18th, 1:30 to 3:30 at the Blount County Library in the Sharon Lawson Room. We're going to be talking about protecting children in Blount County, and there'll be a little Q&A at the end, and kind of meet and greet with some of the commissioner candidates that are going to be there, and yeah. It'll be a good opportunity to come out and learn and meet some people.
Very nice. So, just so everybody knows, Melissa will be on tomorrow for a candid conversation, but not as a candidate. You know what I mean? Just as her and her profession, what her skills are, and that kind of thing. And so, we're going to get to talk to her, listen to her go into detail, and she can have as much time as she wants. So that'll be on tomorrow at 7:00.
Don't want to miss it.
Yeah. What's that?
And you don't want to miss it. She's very,
No.
very knowledgeable in her field.
I got a good one to close out on.
You got a good one to close out on?
Yeah. I was told to go ahead and share it.
Jason, you got anything before we close out? No?
No more suckers.
No more suckers.
Let's see.
Matt says we do have something else in common. It's the government sucks. Or we do have something else. So, yeah, Thursday I talk about how the government sucks on Thursdays. So, Tuesdays Blount County sucks. Thursdays the government sucks.
That's great.
Oh, I didn't realize it was down there.
It's all good. So I reckon this was an email that was sent out to a few commissioners. It says, hello, I am reaching out to you regarding your campaign for public office in Blount County. Thank you for running. We appreciate your dedication and willingness to step up on behalf of our community. East Tennessee Realtors is a regional trade association of more than 6,300 residential, commercial, real estate practitioners and service providers across 12 counties with more than 600 of our members located in Blount County. We are working to get to know the candidates for office and provide opportunities for interaction with our membership. As part of the process, we are contacting all candidates to be considered for an endorsement or campaign contribution. Please complete our candidate questionnaire using this link. On behalf of our members, thank you for taking the time to engage with us. We hope to hear from you as soon as we can. Open a dialogue about your candidacy. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. Best, Maria McHale. So yeah, that looks like I don't know, just stuff like that. Just it doesn't look good or sound good when you got realtors wanting to donate to these campaigns and stuff. They're asking for things in return that support and that campaign contribution or endorsement doesn't come for free. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Little pay to play.
Yep. Pay to play. That's it. But yeah, I figured that'd be something good to end on. That I would. I got to figure out. There's a way to look up. The campaign contributions, where they come from, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just got to figure it out, because you know who takes money from who says a big part about what's going to go on in the future, I believe.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know what commissioners are part of that group already.
Yeah, already.
Yeah.
True.
Also, before we get off here, yesterday was the last day to register to vote. Hopefully everybody did if you hadn't voted or registered, I mean. And then May 5th is or when's early voting?
Early voting's, yeah.
April
I think
15th.
15th through the 30th.
15th through the 30th, right? Did I say that correctly?
I was talking to a woman today. She said she hoped her daughter was going to take her. I said, well, you got my email address. Let me know, and I'll take you.
Very nice.
I don't care.
So early voting, and then obviously the day of is May 5th, right?
Yes.
That's
the big one, because everybody that's running unopposed, where it's just 2 or 3 Republicans running against each other for one position, May 5th is it. That is the election for those positions, and there's a few of them. Sheriff is one. So whoever's got the votes May 5th, that's it. There is no August 6th on positions like that. So you got to make sure you get out there. Do not wait until August.
Right. Sheriff, you got registered deeds. You got Beth over Phyllis
Crisp.
Crisp, thank you. I couldn't remember her last name. And then Burns and Brong. And I don't know who the other one is off the top of my head, but for sure those 2 offices, their election day is May 5th. That's it. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
for sure. So all right. Anything else before we get off here?
I think that does it.
All right. So I think it was pretty informational. Somehow we've become the show that wants to expose all the local pedophiles, and I don't have a problem with that as long as it's public record out there. Then shame on you. You shouldn't have been caught, and if you don't like it, then don't be caught in that position. You know what I mean? I have no problem sharing that kind of stuff. So. Also, we just want to make sure that everybody knows what's going on with the election wise, that kind of thing. Because once May 5th hits, I think the candid conversations will probably go away. That part of it will anyway, because I don't know that between May 5th and August, they're probably not going to be as active on that kind of show with us anyway. I wouldn't think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Somebody might surprise us. But maybe we turn it into something different. So once the elections are over, we do it into like I don't know what we heard, 60 days and, type thing, go back and see exactly how transparent they are. The ones that we talk to, if they win election, are they going to do the things that they said they were, or, are they in the process of those kinds of things? And then maybe try to do something, Robert and I, at least, with the commission meetings. I think we can plug into them through their YouTube channel, probably share them that way. You know what I mean? And then maybe try to be present at some of them as well or whatever, but try to get as much information about what's going on, because the lack of information was my issue. I came out, talking things that obviously weren't exactly completely true, because I didn't understand how the process itself worked. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I think I'm gonna start trying to go to a workshop meeting here and there too. Whatever public meetings they have, just to kind of see how the different levels work. Because forever I didn't know that the county commission made up all these subcommittees.
Right.
And to me,
I'm going to the workshop.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, if I can get off work early enough, I'll probably come out there to it.
It's good. It's good to know. So,
I think this will be an interesting one to go to if people bring up what has transpired.
Which is what?
Because I was going to say, it's also how you bring it up too. Because if you get up there and just talk, it's just talk. That's it.
Right. And at first, with the guy that was drinking and driving, it may not be an issue. Well, I don't know. I mean, it did get put out publicly, so it may not be at first, I thought it was going to be good.
Was he there the last time? I don't know. There was 2 missing, and I think he had to be there if he's on the commission board. There was 19 of the 21, so
I just think there's going to be a lot of people mad who's been out drinking and driving and been thrown under jail.
You mean as far as public showing up?
Yeah.
You know, because they don't feel that the treatment was the same.
Right. It won't be the first, but next week meeting might be interesting. Who knows?
Who knows? All right. Anybody got anything else before we get off here?
That'll do it. It's about my bedtime.
All right, man. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know, Crystal, you we really appreciate you. I'm going to say we're going to do it collectively because we know you work your ass off through the day. That's for sure. We see it. So,
right.
You know what I mean? So, anyway, hope everybody enjoyed the show. Like, follow, share. Tomorrow's Melissa Marinville. And then we have future dates coming up with Alan Latham and Christine Delaney and who knows what else is after that. So, but anyway, you guys have a good evening.
You too, man.
Right. I'm going
We'll see y'all later.
Everybody out.
Kick. One by one.
All right, guys, we're going to leave out of here. I'm going to play a People on the Porch song. Y'all have a good evening.
Walking a gray line in a world that's black and white. Wondering why things they did not turn out quite right. Please believe me. Please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know. We're standing in it too. You're there, your hair is soaking wet. Please take my jacket. Take it. Please believe me. Please don't leave me. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? Please believe me. Please don't leave me now. I said I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? The rain, the rain, the rain is falling slow. It's cold, we know. We're standing in it too. You're there, your hair soaking wet. Please take my jacket. You look better in it anyway. You look better in it anyway. Just take it. Just take it. Watching you go through it. You're living, you're loving, you're laughing, you're playing, you're singing, you're dancing in the dark. You're dancing in the dark. I said I'm sorry. You're dancing in the dancing in the dark. Wind is always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my own. Life, it isn't always grand, but when you finally take that stand, you become a man. You needed to You meant everything to me. While you left, I could not see. I guess people just do what they want. Yeah. Time, it goes faster every day, and my heart, it leads the way, while the future, it fades into a memory. Is always at my back. My back is always strapped with these things that I call my own.